Have you ever wondered why some people seem to build wealth naturally, while others struggle their entire lives? The difference is often not luck, not talent, but wisdom. Centuries ago, one man laid down principles that remain just as powerful today as they were in the 1700s. His name? Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States, a scientist, inventor, writer, and above all, a man who mastered the art of money. His financial wisdom has stood the test of time. And in this video, we're going to dive deep into his timeless lessons that you can apply to your life today to build wealth, achieve freedom, and rise beyond your limits. Benjamin Franklin once said, "A penny saved is a penny earned." At first glance, it seems simple, but what Franklin meant was profound. Every dollar you save is not just money you keep. It's money that can work for you, grow for you, and ultimately free you. Think about compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world, as Einstein later called it. Franklin understood it centuries earlier. If you start saving today, even just a small amount, over time it multiplies into something powerful. The earlier you begin, the stronger the effect. Franklin himself invested modest sums into funds that grew long after his death, benefiting entire cities for generations. That is the legacy of starting early. Another of Franklin's timeless insights is the discipline of frugality. He wrote, "Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship." This is about more than cutting costs. It's about being mindful. Many people sabotage their financial future not with massive failures, but with daily leaks, the coffee habit, the unnecessary subscription, the impulse purchase. Franklin warns us, if you want freedom, you must control the leaks. Living below your means doesn't mean living without joy. It means prioritizing what truly matters and letting go of the trivial. It's about discipline, and discipline is the foundation of wealth. Franklin was also famous for saying, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." This may be his greatest financial advice. Money comes and goes, but what you learn, who you become, stays with you forever. Franklin was largely self-taught. He read voraciously, learned new skills, and applied them relentlessly. That knowledge not only made him wealthy, but also influential beyond measure. In today's world, this means reading books on personal finance, taking online courses, learning new skills, improving your mindset. The best investment you can ever make is not in stocks, real estate, or business. It's in yourself. Because when you grow, your earning potential multiplies. Franklin wrote in Poor Richard's Almanac, "Diligence is the mother of good luck." Too often, people look at successful men and women and think, they were just lucky. Franklin knew better. Luck favors those who prepare, who work hard, who persist. He built his printing business from nothing, waking early, working late, and pushing beyond the average. His lesson? Wealth is not magic. It is the result of consistent effort. Work diligently, and luck will appear at your door. One of Franklin's most powerful lessons concerns debt. He said, "Rather go to bed supperless than rise in debt." In other words, avoid debt at all costs unless it is absolutely necessary. Debt is a form of slavery. It chains you to lenders, restricts your freedom, and eats away at your future wealth. Today, credit cards, loans, and easy financing make it simple to fall into this trap. But Franklin's advice is crystal clear. If you want to be free, live debt-free. Save first, buy later. Be patient, and your patience will reward you. But Franklin's wisdom wasn't only about accumulating wealth. He believed in using money to make the world better. He once wrote, "The noblest question in the world is, what good may I do in it?" Franklin used his wealth to fund libraries, schools, and civic institutions that improved lives long after he was gone. His message to us is simple. True wealth is not just in what you keep, but in what you give. When you contribute, you create impact, meaning, and legacy. Money becomes not just a tool for survival, but for significance. One of Franklin's most famous sayings is, "Time is money." To him, time was the most valuable resource of all. Every moment wasted was potential lost forever. In our modern world filled with distractions, social media, endless scrolling, procrastination, Franklin's warning is more urgent than ever. Use your time wisely. Invest it in work, in learning, in relationships that matter. Because how you spend your time determines your wealth, your happiness, and your future. If there is one thread running through all of Franklin's financial wisdom, it is discipline. Save with discipline. Spend with discipline. Work with discipline. Learn with discipline. Give with discipline. Franklin himself created a system of 13 virtues, from frugality to industry to humility, and he tracked them daily. This level of self-awareness allowed him to refine his character and build his fortune. For us, the lesson is clear. Financial freedom is not an accident. It is a discipline. Benjamin Franklin's wisdom is timeless because human nature hasn't changed. We still face temptation, distraction, and the lure of quick riches. But his principles remain a compass. Save early. Live below your means. Invest in yourself. Work hard. Avoid debt. Be generous. Value your time. Practice discipline. Franklin rose from poverty to become one of the wealthiest, wisest men of his age. If he could do it in the 1700s, without technology, without the global economy, without the tools we have today, what excuse do we have? The truth is, you have more opportunities at your fingertips than Franklin could have dreamed of. The question is, will you seize them? Remember this: wealth is not built in a day, but in daily decisions. Every choice you make either brings you closer to freedom or ties you tighter to limitation. The wisdom of Benjamin Franklin is not just history, it is a roadmap. And if you follow it with consistency, with courage, with faith, you too can rise beyond your circumstances and create a life of abundance, freedom, and legacy. So today, ask yourself, which Franklin principle will you start living by? Because your future wealth, your future freedom, begins with the decision you make now. Thank you for watching. If this video inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to Rise Beyond Now, where we share motivation, inspiration, and timeless wisdom to help you rise above challenges and live your best life. And remember, your journey to financial freedom begins the moment you take the first step.